Rage quitting is a cancer in online gaming communities. The ability to Alt F4 and just ruin someone's day is probably the worst thing. But today, in this game, it made me feel good. In fact, it made me feel great. And watching the replay made me feel even better. So I've brought pretty much my standard army setup. I've got 4 vanilla Nodachis, 4 Yari Ashigaru, 2 Yari Samurai, and a shitload of cavalry, just to make him mad. And I see that he's got the better dojo on his side in this case, which is the workshop. I prefer to have melee defense and armor over morale, just because I know I'm not going to be in a lot of situations and against these online players where my men will actually be in danger of routing. But I decided to take it anyway, and so I'm deploying in my usual way, Cap on the flanks, Yari Sam to support, and then Yari Ash and Nodachis in the center to do all the killing. Of course, as is standard for me, I immediately start pushing up with my main line, because I'm going for a rush style here. I'm not being timid. I'm going to completely surround him and force him away from that workshop dojo. I absolutely cannot afford to have him keep that, because I would be in danger if he did have it. So my plan is to just push up with all my cav and annoy him as much as possible, keep him still. I mess up with my deployment there a little bit, but that's fine. And I move to take the rest of the dojos. I especially think the farmhouse in this case is one of the more useful dojos because it allows my cav to go really fucking fast. And that is what's most important here. You want really fast cavalry, really high damaging cavalry, and the faster the better. You can outrun his, you can trap his, you can do a lot of different things that are very good. And so I'm pushing up here on the right, and I'm pushing up on the left. I'm going for the classic encirclement. I'm just putting as much pressure on him as I can. And you can see he's kind of at a loss of which way to deploy with his cavalry. He sends his general out in grave danger. Another thing that a lot of people do for some reason, send their general to the front. Don't get it. But yeah, I chase his general away, trying to punish him for that, keep the pressure on, and I'm sort of corralling him into this corner of the map. I want to keep him on flat ground so he doesn't have any height advantages. I want to keep him on that side of the river. I want to keep him away from the riverbank as well, because if he keeps me on the riverbank, all the melee engagements are, for at least the infantry, are going to go very poorly for me. And so he charged up with his mounted gunners there, but because of the angles of the riverbank and my men going so fast, his men didn't have a shot. So now I'm chasing them. So he's already flubbed that, and I've got cavalry coming around the right flank, keep putting pressure on him there. And you see he's, after the cav engagement goes poorly for him right here, when I charge his front line and get once again to keep him in place. He starts to pull back all his cavalry to catch my cav that's going around his flank, but you can see in a minute that doesn't work out for him. So at this point in the battle, I'm pretty relaxed, I'm having a good time. I'm pushing back my cavalry because I want to make him either chase it or try and blob up again into his circle or chase my backline cav, which he seems to be doing. He's sending all his cav back there, as I said earlier. And now my forces have crossed the riverbank. So now there's no height advantage he can get on me unless he rushes up to that hill, which I don't think he'll do because that's where my cav is. And I've got him completely encircled. If you look at the mini-map there, that's how much pressure I'm putting on him. All of that. He's completely surrounded almost. He's being pushed into a corner. And so now my infantry are lining up, and I'm going to begin my infantry assault fast as hell. This is part of the whole rush style thing. You just got to keep your enemy constantly on edge. I've got cav pushing up again. I've noticed the gap, so I'm going to exploit that. I've got my Yari Samurai pushing up because they've taken all the dojos now that they needed to. And now he's rushing my cav that have the high ground uphill, so he's going to lose that fight. And I'm pretty sure those are noggin out of Warrior Monk calves, so even though they have high morale, they're pretty garbage in melee against superior cav, like my Fire Cav and my superior Yari Cavalry. And so our main lines are meeting here. I'm feeding in my Nodachis first, because I want them to charge his Yari walls, because they do really big damage against Brace Spears, because of their high charge and high melee attack. Once again, he's left his general exposed just beside a sword unit. He notices it, and he retreats it. He's got his gun cav doing nothing but sitting there trying to nuke box, but it's not going to work. Gun cav are a highly mobile unit. They're faster than most cav, and they can kill a lot, and their ammunition permits them really to get over 500 kills if you use a single unit right. But no, he just stationaries them, and they get caught. Then I pull out of there because I've got my charge off, and I want to keep cycle charging. And he's already got wavering in his back line as well. And now I quickly get my general up as close as I can. I think I just stood and fought there. Or activated stand and fight. Yep, and now my cavalry is just pushing into his midline. So he's got spears there, but they're not fast enough to catch my cav. It's too late. He's not reacting fast enough. And now the whole main line's there. He's trapped, he's pressured. Basically just close the circle on him. But here comes the best part. The reason I wake up every morning with a raging boner. Here it comes. Here comes the best part of my day, the highlight of my life.